Have you ever wondered why some people seem completely unbothered by things that would keep you up at night? It's almost as if they've discovered some secret hidden way to simply turn the worry switch off. What if I told you that the fundamental difference between people who struggle with constant gnawing worry and those who face life's deep uncertainty with effortless ease has absolutely nothing to do with them having better life circumstances, more money, or fewer problems? What if the true freedom from worry isn't about practicing positive thinking, and it isn't about managing your thoughts at all, but rather about recognizing a singular, profound truth about how worry actually operates that changes your entire reality? Right now, you possess access to a completely different, liberated relationship with uncertainty. One where worry becomes entirely optional, where future problems stop hijacking your present moment, and where you finally feel that you can trust yourself to handle whatever comes your way without having to rehearse every possible disaster first. In the next few minutes here at A Patient Mind, I'm going to show you exactly why worry operates like a persistent glitch in how your mind processes the future, and how simply recognizing this specific pattern breaks its iron hold on you completely. You're going to discover the hidden, subconscious purpose that worry is actually serving in your life, why it feels so physically and mentally impossible to stop, and the simple, quiet shift that allows you to engage with real problems without drowning in imagined ones. Here is what I've noticed after years of study. Worry isn't actually about the future. It's entirely about right now. Think about it this way. When you worry about a tense conversation you need to have tomorrow, you aren't actually experiencing tomorrow. You're experiencing this very moment, except you've mentally left your body to go rehearse a scenario that doesn't exist yet. Your body responds to that mental rehearsal as if it is happening right in front of your eyes. Your heart rate changes, your breathing shifts, and tension builds deeply in your shoulders. This happens because your nervous system is primitive. It can't distinguish between a real, immediate threat and a vividly imagined one. When you picture yourself failing, being rejected, or losing something important, your brain treats that internal movie like incoming danger. It floods your system with the exact same stress chemicals it would release if you were actually in that situation, which means worry isn't preparation, it's practice. You're literally training your body to feel threatened by things that haven't happened and might never happen. And here's what becomes possible when you finally understand this mechanism. You realize that the intense discomfort you feel when you worry isn't coming from your actual circumstances. It's coming from the mental time travel you're doing in this exact moment. But here is where most people get stuck and where the real path to freedom begins. If you're still here, you already know that worry isn't serving you in the way everyone says it does. The simple fact that you're willing to question something that feels so automatic tells me you're ready to see what is actually creating it. Because what I'm about to share challenges something most people spend their entire lives defending: the belief that worry is a shield that keeps them safe. There are actually 3 distinct types of worry operating in your mind right now, and most people treat them all in the exact same way, which is precisely why worry feels so impossible to stop. The first type is practical worry. This is your mind alertly flagging something that genuinely needs your attention. You forgot to pay a bill. You need to prepare for a meeting. Something requires a real-world action, and your mind is flagging it as data. This type of worry is useful. It's information. The second type is rehearsal worry. This is where your mind compulsively runs through scenarios that haven't happened yet, trying to prepare you for every single possibility. What if they say no? What if I fail? What if this goes wrong? This feels productive, but it's actually just hollow repetition. You're not solving anything. You're mentally practicing feeling anxious. The third type is identity worry. This is the deepest, most dangerous layer. It's worry that exists to confirm something you deeply believe about yourself or the world. I'm the kind of person things go wrong for. Life is unpredictable and dangerous. I can't trust good things to last. This type of worry isn't even about specific situations. It's a dark filter that colors everything you see. Here is what becomes crystal clear when you start to distinguish between these three types. Most of what you call worry is actually just type 2 and type 3. Mental habits running on total autopilot, completely disconnected from anything that is actually happening in your life. Take a moment right now and think about something you've been worrying about. Now ask yourself, which type is this? Is it practical worry pointing to something you actually need to do? Is it rehearsal worry where you're just replaying the same anxious, circular scenario? Or is it identity worry, confirming a deep-seated belief you hold about yourself or how life works? If you tried that, you probably noticed that the vast majority of your worry falls into types 2 and 3. That's not a problem with you, and it's not a defect. That's just how the mind works when you don't see the distinction. So, if worry doesn't protect you and it doesn't change outcomes, why does it feel so necessary? Because it's serving a different, hidden function entirely. Worry creates the illusion of control. When you don't know what's going to happen, your mind finds that empty uncertainty intolerable. So it fills the space with intense mental activity. It generates scenarios, weighs possibilities, and rehearses responses. And even though this process is utterly exhausting and unproductive, it feels infinitely better than doing nothing. It feels like you're engaging with the problem. This happens on a deep neurological level too. When you worry, you're activating the same brain regions involved in actual problem solving. Your mind literally can't tell the difference between productively analyzing a situation and anxiously ruminating about it. Both feel like thinking, and both feel like effort, but only one actually moves you toward resolution. What's more, worry becomes a deeply entrenched habit because it occasionally gets paired with positive outcomes by mere coincidence. You worry about something, it doesn't happen, and your brain registers, the worry worked. This creates a powerful, superstitious loop. You start to believe that worry is what prevents bad things from happening, when in reality, most of the things you worry about were never going to happen in the first place. The actual function of worry is to give your mind something to do with the discomfort of uncertainty. It's a coping mechanism for the fear of not knowing. Here is the practice that changes everything. I call it the 3-type check. The next time you notice yourself worrying, pause and identify which type you're experiencing. If it's practical worry, type 1, ask yourself, what specific action does this require right now? Then take that action. Make the phone call, write the reminder, have the conversation. Practical worry disappears the moment you respond to what it's pointing at. If it's rehearsal worry, type 2, recognize that you're mentally practicing a scenario that doesn't exist yet. Your mind is trying to prepare you, but rehearsal doesn't actually prepare you. It just exhausts you. Instead of continuing the mental movie, simply acknowledge, this is rehearsal, not reality. I don't need to keep watching this. If it's identity worry, type 3, this is where real, profound transformation happens. When you notice worry that's confirming a belief about yourself or life, get curious. Ask yourself, what would have to be true for me to worry about this? Am I replaying an old, outdated story? This type of worry won't go away just by thinking differently. It requires you to notice the underlying belief and question whether it's actually serving you. What you'll find is that each type of worry needs a very different response. When you stop treating all worry the same way, you stop feeling powerless against it. Over the next few days, you'll start catching yourself mid-worry. You'll notice the exact moment your mind leaves the present to rehearse future problems. Within a week, you'll find that uncertainty doesn't automatically trigger the same spiral it used to. Change happens in layers, not overnight. But every time you recognize worry as a mental habit Rather than a necessary response, you're building a new, resilient relationship with the unknown. You already have everything you need to do this. Your awareness of the pattern is exactly what begins to dissolve it. If this way of understanding the mind resonates with you, you're exactly the kind of person this channel is for. If you found value in this, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. It truly helps me continue creating content that explores these deeper insights. And most importantly, leave a comment below and tell me, which type of worry do you recognize most in yourself?